CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Seattle Seahawks taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The Titan ball carrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Tannehill now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Right. There's a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Brett Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Returnable for Lockett. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 56 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. For that last pass CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now. And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him? Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
And he stopped immediately there.
Carson, the ball carrier.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass incomplete. Out of the end zone. Brings up
an incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3.
9-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Seahawks 3, Titans nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. To the left side here for Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one in the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Carson. Fighting him off. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Carson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it
from the gun on 3rd down. Wilson. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And it's throwing on third down, Tannehill. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Seahawks 6, Titans 0.
On second down, here's Penny. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They keep it with Penny on first down and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Rashad Penny.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
And 1.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Down at the 31. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They run for it with Carson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
A good gain of 12 yards that time.
10-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd
The
and
former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
brings up 3rd
On third down, Benjamin. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Eno Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Titans take over 1st and 10.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Chris Carson trotting back out there, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there and drop him for a loss.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Down carry for Henry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. To the left side here for Eifert. Not much there, only a yard. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
6-yard line.
Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 31-28, the final score. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. 24-22, the final score. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a gain of 7.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett.
Wilson.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
No gain on the play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
At the Titans.
Flush to his right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 9.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now Ryan Tannehill becomes the focus of our players' spotlight. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? They'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
21-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 7. They run again with Carson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down. Right.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
1st and 10.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. After the interception, here's Wilson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
That keeps the score Seahawks 20.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Titans.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Titans.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Jones on the stop.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the 1st half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
At the 43.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. Shreds the tackle.
Wilson's pass complete.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Tannehill throwing again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
17.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's out to the left and complete.
Wilson's pass complete to Tyler Lockett.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Hauschka's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
Makes the score Seahawks 25, Titans 17.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 8, a little over 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
And 10 yards to go.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Tyler Eifert, incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 1 last throw here for Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.